What's going on, everybody? Team Gaming here. I'm Kaz.
I'm Jeremy.
And today we're going to be doing what if Sora was in Smash. The guy from Kingdom Hearts, Square Enix, Sephiroth. And before we get right into this, if you haven't done so already, you should consider subscribing, maybe liking, maybe going follow us on Twitter or Instagram. And now we have a Twitch account. So if you want to see us live and talk to us and play view arenas, come check that out. But now, let's get right into it.
To get into the basics of this character, Sora will be floaty and similar to Luigi, and he is also as light as Luigi as well. Sora will have 2 jumps, and he'll also be able to jump off walls. This is similar to how Sora is in his original games, and this will help him in his combos. Sora overall will be a double-edged sword. He is heavily combo oriented, and he has a unique gimmick, but he'll have a bad disadvantage. Now we will get into Sora's taunts, win animation, and his alternative costumes. And for his taunts, for up taunt, will be his Karaga. This is the healing spell for the people who haven't played Kingdom Hearts. For a side taunt, he's going to put his hands behind his head. This is an idle animation in Kingdom Hearts that happens a lot, so it's a very good addition to add as a taunt. And for his down taunt, he will throw his sword up in the air and catch it, like when he opens a chest. And this is like one of the best animations we could have put in as a taunt, we feel, other than the win animations, which I will get into right now. For the first win animation, Sora will spin his sword around and then he'll put it over his shoulder. Classic Sora thing. And if you don't know about Cloud at all, you'll think this is an original win animation. But if you know about Cloud, you'll know Sora has stolen this, and he's stolen many things from Cloud. Poor Cloud. For his second win animation, Sora will throw his Keyblade at the screen and then catch it. This win animation comes from Strike Raid, the move, and we thought it would also be a really cool win animation. Just a cool cinematic. I feel like a lot of characters lack something like that, so might as well include it in the DLC, right? Huh? Gotta pay for all the cool stuff. And for his last win animation, Sora will shoot a Trinity Beam, referencing the End of Worlds or the boss fight with Xenoheart. Please tell me I pronounced that right. I'm reading the name off the screen. We're pretty new to Kingdom Hearts as a whole. We like it, but we're having trouble with the names, so just spare us, please, in the comments. For his alternative costumes, like we usually do, we want to include the most important games or his most iconic appearances in his games and other games. So for the first 4 alts, we made it so it's different versions of Sora throughout the Kingdom Hearts series. So for the first alt, we have the Kingdom Hearts 1 outfit, then we have the Kingdom Hearts 2 outfit, then Kingdom Hearts 3, and then the child outfit. And I'll show this on screen, the child outfit. It will just take like the Kingdom Heart outfit or the render and just change the colors. It won't be like kind of an Echo Fighter where he's like shorter. Like it'll just change the color scheme. And the last 4 alts, we made his different forms in his games. So we have the Valor form, his Wisdom form, his Master form, and lastly the Final form. And we thought these are very good to include, and they're also they're sick. They look so good, and they're very good to include.
Now going on a jabs, tilts, and dash attack. For the jab, he'll just use the normal combo that Sora always gets. It's a 3-hitting move. It starts with a slash from top to bottom, then there's a stab, and then he turns around and he does another slash. For a forward tilt, he will do the move known as Blitz, and this kind of looks like a F smash from Iker Ganon, and Sora will just swing his sword to the ground while slightly jumping in the air. Bang! Boom! And then for down tilt, Sora is going to do a slide kick. It kind of acts like Cloud and Sephiroth's, but it will have a different animation where he's kind of sliding, standing up. So that's going to be different compared to the normal slide. And for up tilt, Sora is just going to do an upward swing. This is from a chain attack, so you'll see it on screen. He'll just kind of slice upward. It doesn't go fully around him. It goes like 75% around him. And for dash attack, he'll do the move known as Chain Rave, and he kind of like swirls his sword forward while going forward. This will be pretty good for combos, just like other moves. I didn't mention this, but down tilt will also be pretty good for combos. This character is going to be heavy combo oriented, but he's floaty, so that's kind of his negative side. And then he can just combo with like any aerial after doing the move.
And now we'll be getting into Sora's aerials, starting off with his neutral air. It will be aerial sweep. So what he does in aerial sweep is he spins his sword around and it causes a multi-hit move. So this is your typical like multi-hit in air. For up air, it will be upward swing. Sora will swing his sword in a half circle motion upward. For forward air, it will be aerial finish, but it'll be like the first 3 hits of aerial finish, so it'll be like the first 3 hits in the combo string. And this is most similar to Bayo's forward air. So like if you hit the first hit, like all of the hits will connect. For down air, it will be the same animation as aerial finish, but it'll be like a downward swing. And this will have 2 hitboxes as well, but it'll be the same animation. So one will be a hitbox that doesn't spike, and then a hitbox that does spike. And lastly, for back air, Sora will swing his sword backward, and this is like one move in his aerial combo string, and this looks most like Sephiroth. So this is gonna be like his kill option aerial. He can do back air, or he can do up air, but otherwise he's a very combo oriented character, so you're gonna be doing strings with nair and fair a lot. It's just what this character does. And now for Sora's smash attacks. Starting with forward smash, it will be guard break. This is a slow move with a lot of shield damage, but it also has lag. So this is going to be your strongest smash attack. You're going to be breaking shields left and right if you hit it. If you miss it, it's going to be very punchable. His up smash will be ripple drive. This is an upward swing that has a lot of magic burst out of the blade, and it has a big area of effect. It's also pretty slow, but it's very effective, so same thing with forward smash, you don't want to miss it. And lastly, Sora's down smash will be round blitz. This is a fast sword spin that hits on both sides. It is weaker than the other smash attacks, but it's faster, so you can use this as a more reliable fast option, but the other ones will be very rewarding if you do hit them.
Now I will start going over Sora's throws. So for his up throw, he will use aerial recovery kick, and he will use the animation of aerial recovery kick. He will just simply kick them upward. This move will have a lot of lag, so it's not going to be good for combos, but you can kill people at high percent, like 170, so that's kind of its use. For forward throw, Sora will use the move magnetic burst. He'll just burst out energy and they'll get sent forward. This can be good for setting up a tech chase, and it won't send too far off the side, so you're not going to really kill them with this. For back throw, Sora's going to catch them on the Keyblade and he'll start spinning them around and he'll throw them backwards. This is a reference to a boss fight in Kingdom Hearts 2, where his sword gets on fire and he spins around and he throws them. And for down throw, he's going to use explosion, so he'll just use his sword and the energy balls will come out and they'll get blasted upward, so the balls will come down and they'll like strike the opponent and then they'll get sent upward. Now we will be getting into Sora's special moves, and before I explain special moves, I have to say that he is going to be using MP, and yes, this is something you see in literally every single Square Enix game almost. Yes, an MP bar. So for each of Sora's special moves, he will use some MP. Sora will start off with a full bar of MP. Using certain moves will take more MP than other moves, and if Sora does not have any MP, he cannot perform the move he wants to use. Sora gets MP back by dealing damage and just over time. So for neutral special, this will be a combination of 4 moves. So when you hit neutral special, a UI is going to display, like Shulk's UI. It will display 4 spells. It will display Firaga, Blizzaga, Thundaga, and Areoaga. And each one of these spells is going to be mapped to a direction. So Firaga will be the forward direction. So if you hold forward, he'll use this spell. And this will cost an 1/8 of Sora's MP bar. Sora will simply just shoot out a fireball from his sword. This will kind of be like Hero's Frizz. It will do like average damage, average knockback. For the back input, or if you were to hold back on the UI, Sora will use Blizzaga, and this will cost around 1/4 of Hero's MP. So Sora will wave his sword forward and ice will come shooting out of the tip of the sword. Anyone hit by the attack for longer than a second is going to get frozen. Then you can imagine that Sora will like start hitting and go for certain follow-ups. For the down input of Sora's neutral special, it will be Thundaga. So this will cost 1/2 of Sora's MP bar, and you can imagine this is going to be very strong if it costs 1/2. Sora will stick his sword upward and a big lightning stroke will come down from the top of the screen. Anyone hit by this move will get sent forward by a big amount. This can also go below the stage, so you can imagine Sora players using that a lot, and it's just going to do a lot of damage. You might get killed like at a 60 with this move. Now for the up input, we'll have Sora use Areoaga, and Sora will summon a tornado, and it will spawn right on him. Now this move will completely cover Sora, acting like a shield. Sora will be able to act right after using the move. If the wind hits anyone, they'll take slight flinching damage, kind of like Mega Man's Leaf Shield. And the move goes away after like 7 seconds, or if Sora's hit. So this move will just kind of protect Sora, and he'll be able to move with it. Now going on a side special, we have Sonic Blade. So this move will cost 1/8 of Sora's MP, but he can use this move 3 times. So if he uses it 3 times, it will cost 3/8, 1/8 for each time he uses it. So Sora will charge forward with his sword, and if he hits someone, he can do the other 2 hits of the move, which will just have him, go stabbing at the opponent some more. The first hit will just go forward by a big amount, and then the second 2 hits will just track the opponent. They won't go as far, so that you're not just going to be able to carry them off to the side. For up special, he will use Ars Arcum, and this move will either cost 1/8 if you use the light variation, or 1/4 if you use the heavy variation. And the way you do the heavy variation is by holding it. Sora will slash 4 times forward if you use the light variation, and if you hold the button down, he will go and do 8 slashes. The first version is a lot harder to punish, and it's also quicker, but the heavier version is stronger. So you want to make sure you use the light and the heavy variation at the right time, as to not get punished easily, and keep in mind that the heavier one costs more MP. And for down special, Sora will use Strike Raid, and this costs 1/8 of the MP. Sora will just throw his Keyblade forward, and then will instantly teleport back into his hand. He can act as soon as the sword gets back in his hand. The move is weak, but it comes out pretty fast, and if you're close, you can actually get some follow-ups.
And the last part in this video will be the final smash, intro animation, and everything else that comes with the DLC character. For Sora's win animation, okay, look, this doesn't usually happen. That part was way too hard to edit. Obviously, I'm not talking about win animations. This will be his intro animation. I just want to clarify. Yeah, I'm going to continue playing it now. It will be him just gliding in, and he just lands in on the stage. This is just your typical Kingdom Hearts Sora intro animation. He does it whenever he starts a new thing. You know. If you know Kingdom Hearts, you know. And for his final smash, there were many final smash ideas, many things to choose from, but we decided to go with Ragnarok. So what Sora does here, you'll see it on screen, as always. Sora shoots a bunch of mini projectiles forward, and anyone hit begins to get carried off the stage. So this is not only a unique idea to get good Sora representation and Kingdom Hearts representation in Smash, but it's also a unique final Smash from the rest of the DLCs, so it's always good to have variety. And there were also a lot of different stage ideas, but looking at what people want and just our own decision, we decided to make it Hollow Bastion, so it'll show the castle, and you could even see the different Kingdom Hearts characters run around. You might see Goofy pop in, you might see Donald Duck walk in, might see Roxas, just characters that walk in. They won't attack you or anything, they'll just be there. You can see them in the background. For the music, as always, we picked the bangers. You heard the bangers all throughout this video. For the music additions, we picked Go For It, we picked Having a Wild Time, Road to a Hero, No Time to Think, and Hand in Hand. And lastly, the spirits that will come with this DLC edition will be, obviously, the Disney characters, the Kingdom Hearts characters. I've never found myself saying that Mickey Mouse will be a spirit, but the first spirit will be Mickey Mouse, then Goofy, Donald Duck, then Roxas, and Riku.
And that is going to be it, everybody, for What If Sora Was in Smash. If you like this, we have a whole playlist of videos. We've done almost 80 characters. Just kidding, we've done 10. And I'll say it again, the whole script, I'm reading it, flip the page. Subscribe, check out our social media. We stream on Twitch now, that's important. And yeah, it's going to wrap it up, everybody.
Wait, I forgot to write in the part about E3. Can you mention that?
What bit?
I'm going to be streaming it.
Oh yeah, we're going to be streaming E3. So if you want to come check us out, or watch our VOD of E3, you can come do that. On Twitch, Team Gaming TTV. Go check it out. And bye, everybody.